Okay, lesson 5.3 on slope-intercept form. First of all, what is slope-intercept form? Slope-intercept form is a form where we solve for y, so the y will be by itself, and it's on what we call y equals mx plus b form. Now the y-intercept will be b, and it's the place the line crosses the y-axis. So if we were to make a picture and we had a line here, I'll put it in a different color. The y-axis, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. The y-axis is here. So for instance, if that was 3 units up, then b would be 3. It's crossing at the place where b is 3. If we had another line, let's make a green line, and it crosses here, and it crosses at -1. For that line, b is -1. So it's simply on this y. This y has a number line. Where did the line cross? The slope, we already know the slope. The slope is m. And that, again, is the rise over run that we've been studying. So we're going to learn to apply that in graphing lines. The first step, though, is to figure out if we can identify m and b. Now here, we've been given an equation, and it's y equals 5x minus 2. So I'm going to write y equals mx plus b. And all we're going to do is we're going to compare things. Now, a lot of students get m wrong. They always put the x on it. So don't put the x on it when you name m. We have to figure out, according to that equation, what is m, what is the slope? So the slope is simply whatever number is sitting next to x. So it's 5x, it's mx. So the m would have to be the 5. Again, it's not the 5x, it's just the 5. Now what's b? B's our y-intercept, and it's supposed to be plus b, but we have a -2, so our b is -2. So again, you just simply look, you make a comparison, y equals mx plus b. Here m would be -1/2 because it's what's being multiplied by x, sitting next to the x there. And then b, what are they adding on? 2/3. Okay, the next two are a little different, though. I'd say we could try these, but first, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to do a little work. These two, what they had is they had y sitting here by themselves. This one doesn't. It's got 6y. So the first thing we're going to need to do here is divide by 6. Now, if you divide by 6 on one side, you can divide by 6 on the other side. I'm going to do it a little bit differently on the other side, though. Since there's two things, I'm just going to divide them each by 6. That's the same as putting them all over 6. But on this side, the reason we divided by 6 is to make that 1y. Now on that side, we have 2/6 x. I'm going to divide each of those by 2 and make it 1/3 x. And then minus 12 over 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2, so it's subtract 2. Now we can compare it to y equals mx plus b. And m must be 1/3. Again, don't put the x on it. And b is -2. This one, we got a couple steps. First, we're going to have to subtract 3x to get that out of there. And we get 4y equals, now careful, this is 16 minus 3x over here. It's not 13x because the 16 isn't a like term. It doesn't have an x on it. But I'm not going to write it as 16 minus 3x. I'm going to write it as -3x plus 16. And the reason is we want to go mx plus b. We put the mx first. We put whatever the x is first because that's part of being in this form. Next, I'm going to divide by 4. And again, I'm going to divide everything by 4. So just take them one at a time. This side becomes y. The other side becomes -3/4 x plus 4. So m is -3/4. Again, don't put the x on it. And b is 4. Now you're supposed to write the equation in slope-intercept form. So again, all you're going to do is you're going to replace the m and the b and put them in there. So you're just going y equals m, which is negative 4/5 they've given you, and then x plus 7. And all you've done is just put that m and b in. Try the next one. Assuming you pause the video, here we go. Y equals 3/2 x minus 1. All right, now a little more complicated. First, we're going to have to identify the slope and identify the y-intercept. Now, the y-intercept's usually the easiest thing. You look at the y-axis here, and you figure out where on that y-axis is the line crossing, and it looks like the line is crossing at 1, 2, 3. So that's our B. Now, let's take that point, and we got to get to this other point by rising and running. Well, we actually have to rise 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So our slope so far is negative 4. And then over 1, 2, 3 over 3. And now we have enough to write our equation. Y equals mx plus b. We're going to take out that m. We're going to put in negative 4/3. Take out that b. And we're going to put in 3. And that's our equation. So see if you can try the next 3. And I'm going to assume you'll pause the video and give yourself time. And I'm going to try them here. So b crosses at 0. Then for the slope, it goes up 2, which is the rise. You always figure out whether it goes up or down to get to the next point. And over 2, which is positive 2, which reduces to 1. So this one is y equals, I'm going to do it that same way. Oops. I'm going to get rid of the m and put in a 1. I'm going to get rid of the b and put in a 0. When we write 1x, usually we just write x, and we usually don't put plus 0. So that one, 1x plus 0 just is y equals x. All right, see if you can try it. Pause it if needed. B is negative 2. From here we go up 2 over 1. Y is 2x minus 2. These two. We go down 2, right 2. Y equals negative 1x plus 2. Usually we don't write negative 1x, we write negative x plus 2. All right, hopefully we're learning how to write in slope-intercept form.